There was a time when being middle class meant security. You could afford a house, a car, maybe take a vacation once a year. Your job paid enough. Healthcare didn't bankrupt you. College was affordable. Retirement felt realistic. That time is disappearing. Today, millions of people are doing everything right, getting degrees, working full-time, saving what they can, yet still feel like they're falling behind. Because they are. Welcome to the new reality. Being average now comes with a cost. The world has changed, but the rules we follow haven't. And the result? The middle class is shrinking. The wealth gap is growing. And the dream of upward mobility is slipping away. This isn't just about economics. It's about what happens when a society makes average effort feel like a life sentence of stress, debt, and just getting by. In this video, we're going deep into why the middle class is vanishing, the hidden systems working against average earners, what it actually costs to live normally today, and how to escape the financial treadmill before it's too late, because if you don't understand this shift, you risk becoming a statistic in a story no one wants to live. Let's talk about the cost of being average, and what it takes to rise above it. Chapter 1. The disappearing middle. The middle class once represented stability. Now it represents struggle. In the 1950s, a single income could support a family, pay for a house, and retire comfortably. That was the norm. Today? That dream feels impossible, even for dual-income households. Let's look at the numbers. In the US, in 1971, 61% of Americans were middle class. By 2021, that number dropped to 50%, and falling. Meanwhile, the top 1% have more than double the wealth of the entire bottom 50%. Wages have stagnated while the cost of living has exploded. The price of housing, healthcare, education, and childcare has far outpaced inflation. So what happened? 1. Wage stagnation. From 1979 to now, worker productivity has surged, but wages haven't kept up. You're working more, for less. 2. Globalization and automation. Jobs once held by middle-income earners have been outsourced or automated. The economy rewards high-skilled or capital-owning individuals, not laborers. 3. Asset inflation. Those who own assets, real estate, stocks, saw massive gains. Those who don't, left behind. And this shift means being middle class no longer guarantees safety. It now often means living paycheck to paycheck, carrying consumer debt, renting forever, delaying children, postponing retirement indefinitely. The middle is vanishing. Not by choice, but by economic design. Chapter 2. The cost of normal. Let's break down what normal life now costs. Housing. Median home price in the U.S. $420,000. Average rent $1,900 per month and rising. Even with a decent income, affording housing eats up 30 to 50% of take-home pay. Education. Average student loan debt $37,000. Cost of a 4-year degree $100,000, $250,000, including living expenses. Degree used to be a ladder. Now it's a financial anchor for many. Healthcare premiums for a family $22,000 per year. 66% of bankruptcies are tied to medical expenses. Even with insurance, being sick now comes with a price tag you can't afford. Childcare. Full-time childcare costs rival in-state tuition. In many states, families often pay $10,000, $20,000 per year per child. Transportation. A reliable, new car now averages $48,000. Gas, insurance, and maintenance make it worse. And then there's food. Utilities. Phone bills. Streaming services. Pet care. Emergencies. Taxes. And let's not forget retirement. To live normally, without building wealth, requires 2 incomes, 0 major emergencies, careful budgeting, and often debt. Middle-class life is no longer affordable on middle-class income. And millions are stuck on a hamster wheel, working constantly just to stay afloat. Chapter 3. Why average no longer works. Here's the hard truth. The average path: go to college, get a job, save a little, retire at 65, is broken. And here's why. 1. Costs rose, but the path didn't change. We still tell kids to go into debt for degrees that often lead to underpaid, oversaturated jobs. Meanwhile, trades, entrepreneurship, and digital skills are exploding, but rarely taught in school. 2. No leverage. In average people trade time for money. The wealthy use leverage, money, systems, people, or code. Without leverage, you hit an income ceiling fast. 3. Debt is the default. Credit cards, student loans, car payments, BNPL. Debt is now normalized, and profitable for the people issuing it. Average people fund their lifestyle on borrowed money. 4. The middle is taxed hardest. Ultra-wealthy exploit tax laws. Low income qualify for assistance. The middle? Too rich for help, too poor to optimize. 5. Retirement is a fantasy. Pensions are gone. Social Security is unstable. 401ks require discipline, knowledge, and enough income to save. For many, retirement now means working until you can't. Chapter 4. What the quietly wealthy do instead. So what's the way out? It starts with mindset, and ends with action. Here's what those escaping the middle-class trap do differently. 1. They learn financial literacy. They understand cash flow greater than status, net worth greater than income, compound interest, tax strategy, debt versus asset mindset. They don't rely on luck. They learn the game and play it better. 2. They create leverage. They don't just work harder, they work smarter. Forms of leverage: content, YouTube, blogging, digital products, code, software, automations, capital, investing in stocks, real estate, people, building teams, systems. One leveraged action can replace thousands of hours of labor. 3. They own assets. Quietly wealthy people don't just save, they invest. They buy index funds, not just bank accounts, own rental properties, build businesses or side incomes. 4. They avoid lifestyle creep. More income doesn't mean more spending. They live below their means, and use the gap to build wealth. 5. They build around freedom, not flex. While average people chase image, the wealthy chase freedom. Time freedom, location freedom, emotional freedom. They care less about looking rich, and more about being free. Chapter 5. The mental trap of middle-class thinking. Escaping average starts in the mind. Here are 5 limiting beliefs that keep people stuck in the middle. 1. At least I'm comfortable. Comfort is expensive. It tricks you into settling. Growth always requires discomfort. 2. I'm not smart with money. No one is born financially literate. It's learned. And it's learnable. 3. I'm too busy to build something. Everyone's busy. But the question is, busy building, or busy escaping? Scroll less. Build more. 4. That's just how life is. No, that's how most people live. But most people are stressed, in debt, and uninspired. It doesn't have to be your truth. 5. Money isn't everything. Correct. But lack of money touches everything. Freedom, choices, peace of mind, it all becomes harder when you're broke. To escape average, you must unlearn what average people believe. Chapter 6. What you can do in the next 5 years. Here's a roadmap to escape the trap. Year 1. Awareness and audit. Track your net worth. Audit your spending. Eliminate toxic debt. Read 3 personal finance books. Start a simple side hustle. Year 2. Skills and systems. Learn a high-value skill, copywriting, coding, sales, video editing, etc. Build an online presence or personal brand. Automate savings and investing. Live below your means intentionally. Year 3. Income and investing. Increase income through leverage, freelance, content, products. Maximize 401k, Roth, IRA. Begin real estate or serious investing. Protect time like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Year 4. Expansion. Diversify income. Systematize work. Build a team, even 1 to 2 contractors. Focus on what scales. Year 5. Freedom. 6 to 12 months of emergency savings. Multiple streams of income. Location, time, freedom within reach. Confidence, clarity, and choices. This is how you break average. Not overnight, but over time. Intentionally, quietly, powerfully. Conclusion. Being average used to mean you were safe. Now, it means you're one emergency away from collapse. This isn't your fault, but it is your responsibility. Because no one is coming to save the middle class. No politician. No policy. No employer. You save yourself, with strategy, skill, and self-awareness. This video wasn't meant to scare you. It was meant to wake you up. To show you the cost of staying average, and the freedom waiting on the other side. So ask yourself, where will you be in 5 years, if you keep doing what you're doing now? Drop a comment with the belief you're letting go of. Or share one step you're taking starting today. Like if this gave you clarity. Subscribe if you're building a life that's anything but average. The middle class may be disappearing, but your potential isn't.